Welcome. My name is Ross Clark, the Mindful Coach. I'm a fully qualified mindfulness trainer, University of Massachusetts Medical School, 2007. Here we're going to describe a practice of mindfulness, how to gently release morning anxiety. To understand how this process works, we look at the brain. The brain is considered to have three different brains. The middle brain is what contains the amygdala. It's a small, almond-sized part of the brain, and its responsibility is to be reactive, and is also called the fear center. Now, if the amygdala is overstimulated and not managed, then it can cause difficulty for us. So that, we would say, would be a reactivity. We're very reactive and probably don't even know why we're so reactive, but certain things just has this unsolicited response or reaction that we have. Now, the executive brain, which is the prefrontal cortex, that is where we can move the information up, the experience up, inquire into it, name it and claim it. When we move that experience up into the neurocortex, then we can evaluate it. We can problem solve. We can better understand, is this really something that is worth worrying about? What's really important here? And so what happens is, over time, we keep moving the anxiety into the neurocortex, and it decides as to whether this is something that's important or it's something that we can just let go of. So this will be a three-part process. We're going to just strongly recommend that we be very, very gentle with this practice, and not to expect too much of ourselves or the practice. Now, the practice involves grounding, opening, and resting. So upon waking up in the morning, we don't jump out of bed, especially if we are going to be intentional about doing some work. A Saturday morning, a Sunday morning would be an opportunity for doing this type of work. When we wake up in the morning, we become grounded. So we're still safe and sound in our bed, and we become grounded so that we can start to work with this process. So the reason that we do this while we're still in bed is that there is what's called a alpha bridge. So this would be day-to-day consciousness. This is also where fear and stress manifest in our day. And then we have the alpha waves. Now, the alpha waves, they have this ability to promote calm and peacefulness. They're creative. And then the next lower step, and when we're coming out of a sleep stage, would be the theta waves. Now, theta waves, they're deeper, they're more dream state, they're more in the unconscious part of our mind. So by having access to the alpha state, when we first wake up, this alpha state is still available to us. So what we can do is we can then just be with and inquire, what's down here. It may have been dreams. Oftentimes it is dreams that have been disturbing for us. We get up, we're grumpy, and we don't understand why. But this all gives us access. So that's why when we first wake up, we don't get up, so that we can still have access to the alpha waves. So the grounding is by laying in bed and feeling the posture of the body, and moving and wiggling our toes, feeling our feet. Those are grounding sensations, or safe sensations. So that practice we call stopping and dropping. Just stopping, thinking about everything, and drop into the sensations of the body. The next stage would be opening our mind to our anxiety. And we underlined our because anxiety tends to be rather nebulous. It's kind of like, where is it, and who's responsible for it, and it's difficult to work with. So the best place to start with it is we take responsibility that this is my anxiety. So that's the naming it and claiming it. Ah, there's anxiety here. This is my anxiety. May my anxiety be well. So now we're taking responsibility because the anxiety's doing its job. It's trying to warn us. It's concerned about something to do with our safety or our well-being. So we just gently repeat the phrase while we're grounded, laying in our warm, cozy bed. Today, I'm afraid of. Today, I'm afraid of. And we allow that just to be what it is. We don't expect that we're going to have an answer. What we may experience is we find that there's sensations that are happening in the body. They may be in the tummy, the chest, the throat, or in the face. And it's highly likely that that is some of the anxiety that the body has been storing, releasing itself. And two, we also can get a sense of that there is something that we're afraid of today. It could be, what am I afraid of? And today I'm afraid of. Today I'm afraid of failure. So we can then bring that out just to name it and claim it. We still don't have to fix anything. It's best not to. And so the third stage is just the resting. That's where we just rest in the present moment. We feel the sensations. We'll use the example of failing while we're grounded. Today, I'm afraid of failing. And we just let that be. If there's strong emotions that come, strong sensations, we know that they are getting the attention that they're asking for. So we rest in the unpleasant sensations as best we can, because this is not just a one-time approach. This is something that is going to take weeks and months and probably years of dropping in and doing this practice, because we have stored a lot of anxiety over the course of our life. So just to note that the sensations, if they are too unpleasant, then what we do is we move our attention into safe places like our toes, our fingers, our tongue. Again, this is a gradual process. We don't expect too much of ourselves or of the practice. That just will cause more anxiety. And it's always helpful at the end of the practice to end it with a phrase of self-care. So a universal phrase of self-care would be, may I be well. May I be well. May we all be well. So to review, at night we have this opportunity to sleep like a baby. We realize that the brain waves change over the course of our night. And when we wake up in the morning, we have this opportunity of the alpha wave to go and retrieve unconscious anxiety, dream states that have caused this concern when we first wake up in the morning. And by bringing those up into our conscious mind, into the executive, then we have that ability to work with it. So rather than it being in the amygdala, and this is what science has shown, is when you name it, what actually happens is that activity moves from the amygdala into the prefrontal cortex. So this is substantiated in modern science, that this is the proof that this works. It does take courage and it does take time. So in summary, the practice is recognizing the fear, accepting the fear, this is my fear, understanding the fear, and that will happen over its own time. We don't rush that part because that would be more of just an intellectual. We have to have a deeper experience of it, feel the experience, and then comes forth this understanding that, oh, okay, this is actually part of human nature. Oh, and this really isn't as big a problem as I thought it was. And so this practice has been in existence for thousands of years, and that's why it's still available to us and it works so well. So I'd like to thank you for your interest in the video, and We'd like to prepare more videos regarding anxiety, because anxiety is so pervasive. And if you have any thoughts or ideas about a video that we could provide, or videos, just little mini courses, something that you can take away with and actually do the practice just to see if there's any benefit in it, and if there's not, that's fine. So if you would just get in touch with me, I'll take a look at putting some materials together, and we'll just do another video presentation similar to this one. So once again, thank you for your time.